All right, popping back in for another popping episode. Before we jump off, make sure that you like and subscribe. We on the race to 1K, not 2K, but 1K. And so once we we'll do this, right? So the person that gets us to that mark, and it's on me, we're gonna send them a Pundits of Pugilism t-shirt. We're gonna hit
word.
Yeah.
I ain't know we even had Pop Talk t-shirts.
Yeah, boy, we did. You didn't see me in Vegas?
In Vegas.
Oh, that's right. No, you're right. Now I did. I just forgot.
We had them in Vegas. We was rocking them.
This slipped my mind. You right.
Yeah.
All right. Word up. All right. We're sending out a Pop Talk.
That just means that they exclusive. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
They like one of one. They like NFTs. You know what I'm saying?
Word. All right.
All right. So with that said, we are going to talk about your man, Brian McIntyre, aka Bomac. So he after a performance, a really, really good performance by his steed, who was Chris Eubanks Jr., when he knocked out Liam Smith. And Bomac actually had some trouble just getting his visa and everything to go over there to work the fight. And because of some charges that we won't get into. But he was caught, not only caught with a gun, but he was caught with a gun at the airport. Right? So it's one thing, you shouldn't have a gun over there anyway, because even the police don't have guns. And then why would you think that you can sneak a gun into the airport and like through security and all of those things? But
he flew charter over there. If I'm not mistaken, he flew a chartered flight over there. He did not go through TSA to get to the UK. He flew a charter flight, I believe. Maybe somebody in the comments, if I got that fucked up, please let us know. I'm almost certain that he flew charter over there because TSA would have caught a fucking gap in your carry-on luggage. That wouldn't have happened. Almost certain he flew chartered over there, and then unexpectedly had to fly commercial to get back. I believe those were the circumstances. Without going on that, I don't have the interest to go through and read all the fucking details of this stupid ass. But I'm almost certain that's what happened. Which would explain how that could happen to somebody. He apparently has squabbles over there. He had some trouble last time he was in the UK. Somebody stuck him up somewhere. He had some issues with somebody. So he said, next time I come back, I ain't letting these cats over here, these blokes, jack me for my Cheetos and my hard-earned cash. He said, I'm coming over here. I'm going to be strapped next time I come over here. Big mistake, buddy. Having a burner in the UK, not a small deal. He's very, very lucky. He apparently had a who's list of character witnesses that wrote extensively to justify releasing him early. Terence Crawford, I believe, ended up flying to the UK to testify as a character witness. The Eubanks family, I believe Chris Sr. and Chris Jr., both testified as character witnesses. There was no small effort put toward winning the freedom of Bomac here. He's very, very, very fortunate because guns, they do not fuck around with guns in the UK. They don't even fuck around with knives in the UK. I got relatives over there that I don't get into it, on the YouTube and shit. They back in Jamaica now. Let's put it that way. They're not. That Commonwealth of Nations shit only goes. That only shit only lasts you so far. They'll get your ass up out of there, man. They'll get your ass up out of there. They don't play with that shit. He's very lucky.
Yeah, man. I still don't understand why, like he's at almost where considered a celebrity at this point. In every place you go, you can hire security. And then why are you gonna be in if you that paranoid or you think you're in that in danger? You know what I'm saying? Don't go on the shady spots. But you can actually if you got the money, just pay for the security. I'm not gonna try to house a gun, you know what I'm saying, and then endanger my freedom because now I'm paranoid, so I have to have the gun, and then now I get caught with the gun. And then my thing is, where he housing this gun at, man? He ain't putting it in his belt line and thinking he's gonna get it in time. That just ain't gonna happen. Well, where's he putting this out in the street, man? You know what I'm saying? And he ain't gonna put it. He ain't pulling that shit from his waist or from his back.
Was that a fact? Is that a fact? Are you fat shaming him?
He a big dude, man. He can't pull that shit in time to stop whatever coming from coming.
And we want to state for the record that we do not fat shame on.
I ain't fat shaming. I'm facts. Facts.
We are
facts.
We are an inclusive channel.
Put in his waistline and see what happens.
We are an inclusive channel. So
I don't think not a lot of quality thought was put towards this plan.
That's ignorant. You know what I'm saying? That's ignorant. Clearly. You know what I'm saying? Like he could just call the security that's there and just be like, I'm there for 3 days or how many days for this fight. Give me 2 security guards or 3 security guards 24/7 while I'm there.
Well, he's cheap. Like a lot of motherfuckers, we have no idea what Bomac's expenses are like. We assume because he makes good money with Terence Crawford and whoever else that we don't know what kind of money this dude got. 1, 2, in his mind, he a street dude. He a street dude. He got a little rap sheet, right? Cam, you said the dude he got a little rap sheet or whatever. He thinking, fuck that. I can protect myself, especially against these funny talking UK motherfuckers, man. He said, I protect my damn self.
You can also put that in the contract. But like, if I gotta come there, man, then y'all have to pay for the security for 20. You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't nobody.
Instead of bring your own gat to a foreign country.
Let me tell you something. Do you know who Chris Eubanks is signed to?
Who?
Sauerland Promotions. What do you think? Do you think executive security for Bomac is in Sauerland's budget? Probably not. Probably not.
Hey.
Yeah, they probably tell this motherfucker to Uber. Hop in an Uber. Uber Deluxe.
Carrying your own gun in a foreign country is definitely not the right answer. I don't care what you say.
You absolutely right. No.
That's a shot at South.
You know what I'm saying? Like we there's news articles of a chick that goes to NYU accidentally touching a security guard in Dubai and now has to do a year in prison. Like foreign countries, man, that shit ain't to play with or look lightly on. I mean, I know UK is like another state to us, but it's still a foreign country, and you gotta respect it as is. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to do no dumb shit in no foreign country, man.
But how does this affect? Obviously, this is a positive for Team Crawford, right? And all of Bomac's fighters. I mean, what do you think? What do you think is like? Let's just say, hypothetically speaking, that Bomac were to get sentenced to that. Let's say he's not a free man. Let's say he's looking at several months in jail or a year or however much it was. Do you think that would have changed the Spence Crawford? You think Spence Crawford fight happens when they want it to happen, or was that something he would have pushed past, or he said, "Fuck it, I beat this guy so easy last time. I'm going there without Bomac, just with Luis Guzman, who is also a trainer. I believe Terence Crawford's got 2 or 3 guys on his training team. Does he go in there without Bomac and carry on at business as usual, or you think he would have?
He would have to. I mean, at this point, he's bumping up against age also. So this is an unfortunate event, meaning the Spence fight, because it's just like, hey man, I busted his ass. I don't know why I'm fighting him again, but he's contracted to fight him again. So it's an unfortunate event that he has to fight him again to get another payday fight.
No, that's not true. He can get a payday fight. It was just within the contract that he could exercise the rematch clause. But
the answer to the question is, he would have. You saying, Randy, he would have fought Spence. He would have gone along with the timeline.
Yeah, he would have to, because if he would have waited, you know what I'm saying? Like if he would wait for Bomac, and then that's pushing that shit to if you saying if he only got a few months, that's still pushing that to late 2024
or early 2020.
No, it's already no October, November. So how,
I got it. I got it. I was saying it's a hypothetical. I'm just throwing it out there. I was thinking
if he got like
maybe
6 months, if he got anything over 6 months, it would push it to late 2024.
mid 2024. Late
24
is the
late. I would say,
Randy.
Huh?
I think so too. So you spend 6 months. You got to train for 2 months. That's 8 months. So that's going to push it at least to the end of 2024.
All right,
That's
fair
what
enough.
I'm saying.
Okay, I apologize.
Late 2024 for
late
a rematch with Spence, and then now you like 2025 before you like, all right, who we gonna find the money fights at? If he waited for Bomac.
To answer the question, he would have fought him without Bomac. I mean,
yeah, that's
Bomac
what I'm saying. He would have fought. He would have had to. It pretty much forced his hand to fight without Bomac if he would have got detained.
Crawford is similar to Bernard Hopkins and Floyd Mayweather towards the end of their careers, where they have attained so much fight experience and fight knowledge and stuff that their trainers were good, and then Bomac gives really good in-fight kind of critique and instructions, but they're really there just to kind of run those counts, because their fighter's mind is for Mayweather and the Hopkins was the greatest asset, so they're gonna make those in-fight adjustments that they need, and then he would have been I think he would have been fine. One thing that I was surprised is that Bomac has been in jail since he was arrested. I didn't realize that. For some reason, I thought that he was able to bond out. Like, how come you can't bond out on a gun? Well, I guess he's a flight risk, but you can.
I don't know enough about UK law.
Yeah, that's UK law, bro.
Yeah, different set of laws over there. Maybe somebody in the comment section, if we got any UK subscribers there, people who are watching the video, can and let us know. I imagine all of our shit is based off of theirs anyway, right? It probably is, right? Yeah. He's probably a flight risk or whatever the fuck. So yeah, no, or his passport was probably seized. I know in a lot of them countries where you get in trouble like that, they take your passport. So
yeah, I mean, to me that's what I was thinking. But like, you got to sit in a jail cell for that time. I mean, it wasn't like it was, but it was for what, a few weeks. Maybe a couple of months. Or like, when was the cruise you?
I don't remember. He been in there longer than I'd want to be in jail.
Yeah,
like that. So yeah. Unless there's something we're missing, guys, fill us in the comment section if there's something we're missing. If he was in some halfway house or something. Again, I don't know enough about how the laws work over there. I assume his big ass was sitting in a fucking jail cell though.
So it said since September the 3rd. So he's been in jail for like almost 5 months.
Yeah, just over a month. Yeah.
So I mean, that ain't no. I mean,
not as a foreigner. Now, you never want to be locked up in foreign jail unless you in one of those little foo-foo countries like Sweden or Switzerland, where you get your own cell, you get a Tempur-Pedic mattress. Some of these countries, man, I heard motherfuckers locked up in places like Sweden and Norway. You're like the only guy on the cell block. Everybody's nice. You get 3 meals a day delivered to you. It's all kind of weird shit. It ain't like that in the UK. The UK got real prison. They got real criminals. They got real crazy motherfuckers that are over there. So that could not have been fun.
We do want to say, so this is a 20-month suspended sentence. So
which means what exactly?
Bomac ain't going to UK for 20 months.
He probably said, fuck this place, man. The food's nasty. The weather sucks. Yeah, fuck this place. I ain't coming back here anyway. I'm going back to Nebraska.
Well, essentially, yeah. So it's saying that the sentence is suspended for a period of 2 years. But if he does, I mean, it has to be in the UK. But if he has any kind of infractions over there, then he's going to have to serve out the term of that sentence. Which is 20 months in there. So
should be pretty easy for old Bomac to avoid that. All he has to do is just not go back to the UK.
But I mean, with that said, I mean, Bomac he's on that short list for maybe trainers of the year, because he guided Terence Crawford to decimation of Errol Spence, and then he helped Chris Eubank Jr. Rebound from his devastating defeat to Liam Smith to get a knockout win in that fight. And then if he gets, I think if he gets another, high profile win this year, then he will be, considered for Trainer of the Year. And he's kind of, to me, I think he's kind of knocking Derek James off his little pedestal.
Who else is in consideration though?
For Trainer of the Year?
Yeah.
I think what's the Reynoso is going to get some consideration because they're going
to all he has is Canelo now, right?
I mean, they're going to say like he looks, Canelo looks rejuvenated, blase this, blase that. So whoever's had the biggest win. So maybe look at Tank's trainer. Tank has been doing that. But I mean, to me, right now, right, I think is if we were to look at it, right, it probably would
be Bomac.
Almost certainly Bomac, unless there's something we're missing here. I can't think of anybody else that might that should have it. Yeah. Probably is. Buddy McGirt, low key, might be sneaking up. If Callum Smith is able to beat Artur Beterbiev, which I do not suspect he will, but if Callum Smith beats Beterbiev and becomes a unified champ at light heavyweight, and John Beck becomes unified here this weekend, you're looking at Buddy McGirt as your dark horse for Trainer of the Year.
Good call.
Yeah, Buddy McGirt and Bomac, and I would argue that Callum Smith beating Beterbiev that's a bigger. Obviously, I want to say a bigger win.
It's not
Callum
a bigger
Smith's
win.
going to be the betting.
That would be a bigger win. Beterbiev got a 100% KO rate.
Right, but Terence Crawford had made history in becoming a two-time undisputed against Errol Spence.
Pound for pound. What it'll be the win that overcomes like the most kind of challenges or whatever. I think that it's bigger in that sense, right? So if you're measuring big by how much do I have to overcome as far as talent or power deficiency, then I mean that is, but it's not bigger just within the landscape of boxing. But that is, I mean, if he does that, then he's getting my vote for Trainer of the Year because I don't see that happening. I see Callum getting
Callum Smith.
Yeah, I see Callum Smith. Like, I mean, to me, Beterbiev is the real deal. I mean, we won't go too far into that, but I know
that fight got pushed back to fucking January 13th. That fight was supposed to be like this weekend. Beterbiev ended up having like a root canal or some shit. That fight got pushed back to fucking next year, dog. I was really looking forward to that fight too.
We know who's not on that list though, and that's your
who's not on what list?
Trainer of the Year. That's your boy Derek James. It's been
oh yeah, let's not get sidetracked here with that. I'm sure we'll have plenty of time to take a shit on old Derek James here. Let's see here, man. Let's see. Oh, Derek James, it's not like he's had easy fights, okay? Jamel Charlo was not the favorite to beat Canelo Alvarez, and Errol Spence was not the favorite to...
No, but for one thing, Errol Spence was the favorite.
No, he wasn't.
Errol Spence wasn't the favorite against Terence Crawford?
Absolutely was not. He was not the betting favorite. Crawford was the betting favorite. Vegas had him to win. He was not
true. Like, listen, my brother is all he does is bets, and then he mistakenly told me, I misspoke, that he had put $1,000 on Bud. I was like, oh, that's what's up, and then like a week before the fight, Fuji, your favorite fight fan, was just like, nah, I just seen your brother. He said he put 1,000 on Errol Spence. And then I hit him up. I was like, bro, what is you doing? And he was like, nah, he's like, he had better odds, for the fight. And I told him right then and there, you just gave away $1,000 in there.
All right. Let us know. Let us know in the comment section. I thought for certain that,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I still don't put that on Derek James at all. I don't.
What I'm saying is like his fighters, It wasn't even.
I don't even put.
It wasn't
even
that they didn't win. It was like they looked terrible. And then where was the in-fight adjustments? Like
there was.
So Smith looked terrible.
You could have put D'Amato. You could have put the fucking best trainer in the world. Charlo was dead set to be on his bike the whole fight. There was no trainer in the world that was going to change or tell him anything different. And then Spence, there was nothing to tell him that was different after the first round.
Motivating your fighter if you can't get him to do it. But what I'm saying
is, you know what I'm saying? He came in the fight. He came and he told you his mindset afterwards. He was like, I didn't get knocked out. You know what I'm saying? I did a great job. So there was nothing to tell him. So I don't put that on Derek James at all. I don't put.
It's not only that they lost. It's not only that they lost. Is that they either got shut out or they got dominated. So how come if somebody goes and gives this great performance, we gotta be like, man, we gotta look at their coach, man, like Derek James and what they doing. But then when they shit on themselves, we just like, man, you can't put that on the trainer. Like, which one is it?
A fair point. A fair point.
I'm just saying that there was nothing, but the two outcomes of those two fights tells me that there was nothing that any coach could have did that would have changed.
I don't know about
the other fighter. I don't know exactly. I don't know about that. And then the other fighter that he trained was who else?
Ryan Garcia, and he trains Anthony fucking Joshua.
Anthony
Joshua. That's a lot. I mean, that's a.
What I'm saying is that Anthony Joshua. I forgot about Ryan Garcia. So this dude is doing bad this year. But Anthony Joshua, even though he won,
he didn't train. He didn't train Ryan Garcia for the Tank.
Okay, he did that. But he trained Anthony Joshua, and nobody saw that fight and thought like Joshua is back. He looked good. It was just.
But he won. He won. He won. As much as I would like to shit on Derek James, I'm not really a huge fan of the guy. I gotta be objective on this platform here. And those weren't at the most. Those were 50-50 fights. Canelo was not a 50-50 fight. That was everybody had picked Canelo to win. Canelo was a betting favorite, and he went out there. He did look shitty, and part of that to me is on Derek James. I don't know how this became a Derek James segment. This was supposed to be a free. This was supposed to be a free Bomac segment. Let's wrap it up here. And Randy got deadlines and shit.
We are gonna wrap it up. We're getting into our last segment, but make sure that you like and subscribe though.